I got rumbled in Giant's Discord. I was annoying VF and he's just pointed out that I'm live. Hello everybody. How are we all doing today? Forgot to turn on my second light, sorry. How are we all doing today? I know I'm using the same thumbnail as I did for this morning's video. It's because I'm running quite late. I apologize. Thought I'd sold all the sage bales. I have, Bradley. Did I not change the title? Whoops. Hey, or something. I don't know. I've changed the title. If you refresh, you'll have a brand new title. Wait, no, I can't use the tiller yet. Ah! Getting confused. Oh dear. I'll need to go back into Giant's Discord after the stream, and I think Skull was talking to me, so I feel kind of rude running off to do the stream. Hey, Grumble. Well, from where was this? It's a Vicon CM270F. It's from the mod hub. Before people start throwing that question in. Most of the stuff I use is from the mod hub. Most of the rest is from FSUK. New mod. Oh, dang it! New mods on the mod hub today? Or are they yesterday's mods, including 2 Japanese geos for seasons? Let me just tab out and check. Because I can. Never changed. Oh, there are new. There is a new mod. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. I think it might be a bit. See, now I've got to look up the Amazon ZA-U. So, okay, I thought that was dodgy modeling. No, it's just a dodgy looking fertilizer spreader IRL. No, there's one new mod today. It's a fertilizer spreader. Hello, Soren. Or Cern. Can you see? Go on to the mod hub. Went up today, so If you go onto the Mod Hub, Giants website, Mod Hub, you'll see it on there. Hey, Payne Sons. It's Manuel Arthur Garmer. Hello. Impulse rollers, they were on yesterday. Thingy. The only one that went up today is the fertilizer spreader, which is very surprising because it's been a while since we've had, you know, new mods. Granted, today's only one, but new mods today are two mods. New mods 2 days in a row. Hey, Ernie. I can English. Hey, TJC. And I'm Farmer, hello. Apparently I can get confused between the words to and new. This is twos to me. But I'm... Actually, do I have that? Why do I not have that on my soundboard? I need that on my soundboard. Hey Joe, how you doing today? Just couldn't get your words out. That happens. It happens. Happens to me far too often, but it happens. Let's immediately just get a like goal set up, guys. Just for funsies. Let's try and get to 50 likes on the stream today. We'll move it up to 100 if we hit that fairly sharpish. Do so much homework. It's the painful thing about school is you have to bring it home with you. Luckily it was quiet. Yeah. I'm coming up with ideas of stuff I could do, and I need to find the time to do them. Hello, Alexander Lewis. I'm doing good, Joe. Thank you very much for asking. Make a fat cloud with my vape. No, I'm not vaping for memes. I'm vaping for trying to quit smoking. And succeeding for the most part. I am not a meme vapor. I look well. That's news to me, because I didn't sleep well. You're back to happy, you. Very nice. Have you got your farm sim problem sorted, or have you still given up on the game? How hard will it be to give up vaping? I don't know. Probably quite, actually. Hello, Ralph Martin and the Spudman. So how many of you guys that are in Ireland are going to the ploughing tomorrow? Or Thursday? And I know today's the first day of it, and I know there's a few people gone. I'll be asking them how they got on tomorrow. But how many people are planning on going for the remainder? Wasn't sleeping, I was thinking of the Komatsu. No, I was sleeping. Why does that more sound really squeaky? Because it is. I never seem happy. I'm usually happy. It's just that I never sleep well. There's a difference. I'm usually happy, I never sleep well. Big difference, Ben. What am I doing today? We're going to be making hay. That's the only thing we really have available to us at the moment is some hay making. I could make more silage, but... no. Cat, your dad has too much work. That sucks, Dylan. You're supposed to go back, you're not now. You're off to plowing, Adam? Hope you enjoy. Liam can't go, he can't get out of work. I'd go, but I'd have no lift down there, so... Or up there, I guess. So, that kind of rules that out. Haven't got time for the game? That's fair enough, Massey. I've been doing... I don't want to call them long haul, but kind of short hop flights. Except they're not super short. I guess, well, they would be short haul if they were in a jet. But they're not. I'm using a turboprop. In flight sim, I've been doing like 2 or 3 hour turboprop flights. Last night I went from Berlin-Tegel Airport in Germany to Paris-Charles de Gaulle in Paris, France. Taxi way too far and expensive, Michael. Has anyone had trouble with the new auto-load trailers that came up on the mod hub? They didn't come up today, they went up yesterday, James, but I don't know. I'm not going to download them, because I've got enough trailers. I've got enough bale trailers. Should ride a cow up. If I had a cow, I might. Good evening, Fred. You give me a lift next year, dude? Well, you don't know where I live. You must get Flight Sim, looks great. Payne, I'm gonna give you advice that I can't take myself. Get, if you're getting a Flight Sim, get X-Plane. Do not get Flight Simulator X. FSX is a really good kind of intro to flight sims, but X-Plane is just better. Even though I'll likely be going for P3D, which is made by Lockheed Martin, well, developed by Lockheed Martin, based on FSX. And that's just because I got FSX paid add-ons. Tip is a pretty big county. Hey, Farming Master and Jack. Yeah, for those of you that didn't know, I quite enjoy flight sims. Currently flying an well, doing a lot, pretty much all of it through air hauler, just so that I can decide routes a bit easier. And if it's 19 leaks, there have been no real leaks. It's all been legit info direct from Giants. I don't think I saw it yet, Massey. If you left it today, then I didn't see it. If you left it before, I can't remember. But my thoughts on FS19 so far, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm really, really happy with how it's looking. As I said in Giants Discord, it will not have like reshade settings immediately, but it will technically have shaders because they're default for DirectX. Evening, Bill. It was around 2 episodes ago. Then I can't remember, Massey. If it was no auto-load, then about 10 other people have suggested that same rule. Hey ZD, as well. I'm not missing you out there. So we're gonna get this tethered up once we get it done. And we will be using the feed for that. I can't use the feed to mow because I don't have a front linkage on it. The 110 doesn't come with a front link, so that's why I'm using the deer for this. I will be using the field for tedding. It's up over in the field there, ready to go. So fear not, Fiat fans. I will finagle your finagles and find your fun. Want me to put it here to remind me? Yeah, you can, go ahead. No, I'm not adding rules that would just limit things pointlessly. Like, I'm not putting in any rules that would limit me to like 2 brands. Especially if it's 2 brands that good mods are very hard to find. If it was like New Holland and Massey only, I'd consider it. What baler do I have in Shamrock? I have a Class Quadrant 1200 NI. Really liking it. I don't know where Glengar found it. Glengar sent it me. Don't know where he found it, but it is a really nice beta indeed. Fits the map in my opinion. As does this John Deere actually. Which may or may not have been stolen from the Frontier Designs multiplayer server. I did see the message in the multiplayer chat though, Bill. In case you're worried. Message received. I have an all-pink fleet. Now that would involve a lot of reskins, and that's painful. Think you got the quadrant off Alice Finn? Well, to be fair, Melvin, it's so much better than the MB3D one just because of the texture tweaks you did. They're tiny, but they make a huge difference. Oh, the bail limit. Yeah, I'm not gonna implement that, Massey, just because I'm gonna need a pretty sizable stock of bales just to deal with animals if it somehow gets out of control. So I'm gonna keep to the no limit on bales, just because I am planning on getting some cows next, and seasons can be a bit weird sometimes with how it deals with animals. Ooh, gonna steal that too. I stole the spoiler alert for a tractor that I want to get on this map, by the way. I stole the Arian as well, the Arian 600. I think that's all I stole. Hard to know how many bales you need for animals and seasons. Exactly, Ernie. Watching while doing ag science homework. Technically, I'm helping. I'm only adding 4 animals each Friday, and animals don't breed very fast in seasons. I'm not only going to add animals on Friday. Like, I have to add animals on Fridays, but I'm not limited to only Fridays. Wheel's getting full. Wheel is getting very full, yeah. And I saw a couple of rules that I like. Well, I had a quick look at the comment section today, so I'm gonna probably add those in as well, so it's only gonna get more full as time goes on. But that's kind of the aim, is absolute chaos with the wheel, and the more rules are in, the more I don't know what's gonna come up, and the more terrified I am of the stuff that I hate. I've actually got some labeled with please no. Tino, you know the Bullet Bill's got sky-high standards for mods. And seeing as he knows how to tweak mods to do his bidding, he's gonna tweak mods to do his bidding, like this, which literally, as far as I'm aware, just has, at the moment, a horsepower tweak and a texture tweak, and that's it. I think maybe a bit more IC, I don't know. I love chaos. Yeah. Is Shamrock with Giants? I don't know, actually. Hey, on. Whoops. Maybe I should look at chat a bit less. You're way too picky with mods, kind of annoying sometimes. I'm super picky as well, and it annoys people when they say, no, I'm not going to use your favorite mod because I don't like it. Because of X, Y, Z, Q, B, A, X. Again. Because I always repeat things. Put in a rule today, which hopefully might work considering how fast the series is moving. I know somebody suggested that I can't skip days, which that's just not going into the wheel because I need to skip days just to keep things moving. Otherwise you'd end up with me stood here for like 20 minutes. Is front loader guard not added? It might be. Yeah, that sounds about right, Bill. Let's get the fit. With all the suggestions of no tapping, it's not actually come up yet from the wheels, so I'm kind of happy about that. Keeps the streams moving at a decent pace. Should be a rule that I have to grow OS or Kale. Kale isn't in the map, so it would have to be OSR. Hey, James. I did see that actually, NI. That is a cool rule. Yeah, this is a, like, the 7530 is a fantastic mod. Like, it's a really good mod. It's just the teeny tiny issues obviously annoyed Bill enough that he just felt they needed fixing. How long should it take to download Shamrock on good Wi-Fi? Depends on how fast the internet is or on. It took me 3 or 4 minutes to download it, I think, because it's a 700 megabyte file. It's quite large. Yeah, Drew, every modder's kind of finishing for FS17 now. There's no need to, well, there's no point in starting a new map. There's no point in starting a new mod unless it's for 19. And they're all kind of either taking a short break, which is well deserved in cases like Bullet Bill and OxygenDavid, and maybe even CD. If he's taking a break. But the people who are taking a break maybe deserve it. And you'll find that a lot of people aren't actually taking a break. They're just saying they are and working on FS19 stuff. Isn't that right, Bullet Bill? Or getting irritated with mods and tweaking them. Hello, Barry. No breaks for you, no breaks for the wicked. Just realized I forgot to email Twitch back about something. Whoops. That's something I need to do after the stream. Models for 19 in prep, and you've got to finish that bale sled. Hint, hint. There's a hotel in Vegas to burn people. Why not use the building in London that melted a Jaguar? There's a building in London where the builders didn't actually, well, the architects didn't realize that the angle was exactly right to basically set a 30-meter stretch of roadway on fire and melt cars. It actually had the highest natural temperature in the world at 70 degrees Celsius. Because while it was, you know, sunlight being focused by the windows of the building, it was technically natural in that the heat wasn't coming from some sort of element somewhere. So that's a fun little fact about little stuff. If Bullet Bill's new computer wasn't working, I'm sure we would have heard all about it. Because he would have been angry. Retexture. I'd say CD maybe do a bit of remodeling on them too. Now that there's more polys you can play with to get them up on Giant's Mod Hub, that might help you out a bit. Do I have Eustace's mod pack? I don't actually, Adam. Mainly because I don't really use John Deere harvesters all that much. Philippe Stark. No. I've heard of Tony Stark. Not too worried if they go to the mod up. I think you should try for the mod up again. If for no other reason than just to get more people using them. Like, the availability in the mod hub is amazing. Michael, no, don't start. If I were to have a road-going vehicle or a purpose road-going vehicle, it would probably be the Ford Transit van, like what Landy's using. Although he's using it in flat deck config. I'd probably actually have it as a van. Lewis Dyer. Lewis Dyer. There's a dually on mod hub. Could use that too, but I quite like the Ford Transit. I think it's Jolly Dodger's Transit. He is. I'm impressed with the stuff that he has because I just keep using it and I keep forgetting that it's his. Like, I use his big bags because they are oh so good. Don't call you Dialer. I didn't mean to. That wasn't an intentional thing. Here's the train. Hey, beat back at me. Does anybody know what the news is from Nishma? Last I heard, he's been like super busy with real life stuff, and he hasn't really been putting modding first. So I don't know what the deal with those abbeys is. If they're not near completion yet, I would honestly, my advice to him would be, you know, give up on them for 17, get them back into Blender, get the polys up a bit more, tweak the stuff that maybe you're not so happy with. And get them ready to go as quickly as you can in 19. Would be the best option for him. But then again, they might be 99.9% complete, and he's just waiting on like 2 small things. Hey, Glengar. I need to tweak this Fiat. The ad strip on the back is really annoying. I know it's an ad strip because it's Z-fighting so bloody much. That needs to be pulled out by like 0.05 of a meter. That's really annoying. Just gonna go back here so we can't notice it too much. Hey Aaron, welcome back, Spudman. You've been saying hello a lot, but not really much else. I keep seeing you pop up in chat with hello or hey or yo or something. Did I miss you? I did not, Traff. So, by the way, Traff, how did you, how was the crash, when you reached your destination in Flight Sim? Or P3D? If you're gonna be pedantic about it. How big was the crash? I said hello to Glengar, not you. I didn't see you. Use this as more of a podcast than asking questions. It's fair enough. That good, eh, Traff? That good, eh? Traff, for those of you that don't know, enjoys crashing planes onto runways and calling it a landing. Can I find a Mikhail Fusion? I can't make bale silage, Spudman. I'm not allowed to. It's one of the rules of this series now. When will we hear about it with polycount limits? Assume it only counts the model's texture using the new method. It would be only with stuff using the new method, CD. The new method in itself is why they're able to release, to increase, not release, increase the polycount limit. And I'd assume that they'll release that limit when they figure it out. Still want to see one? And yes, it's still best practice to keep polys as low as you can. Because that gets you more wiggle room, really. Michael, no. Just no. "747 is a problem. Your cocktails have a descent too late, so you don't get down on the glide slope quick enough, and therefore you're too high." See, Traff, I'm flying a plane right now, the Fokker 50, that doesn't calculate top of descent at all. So what I do is I guess where it is, and then nosedive. Because I keep getting it wrong. Like, was it... Last night, I did a 3,500 foot per minute descent into Charles de Gaulle. And still got a 147 foot per minute landing rate. Also, that's Fokker, the German aircraft brand, not the other word that you're probably thinking of, people who are not into aircraft. F-O-K-K-E-R. Which is unfortunate. Why are there dogs barking in the background? Because my neighbors have dogs and they never shut up. Your 747 was minus 1,000 and something. See, that's where you swap into vertical speed mode, Traff. And just jump it to something stupid for a while, so you can get back onto glide slope. You tried an 800-word story for English too. You love year 12. My sister got in trouble when she was writing stories because she always had like people dying at the end. The teachers were genuinely terrified of her. Because like her stories always end up being really dark. Am I going to the ploughing? No. Not this year. You forgot that was a feature. GG. Tino! Got minus 6 Gs in an A321. I don't think it's even possible to get minus 6 Gs in an A321. Chris is heading up to... I think Chris is heading up... Is it today or tomorrow? Is it not today? Because if he's heading up tomorrow, he's going to be in a world of fun. Because there's supposed to be like a storm heading in tomorrow. Oh, rip Chris then. He's doing MP tonight. He's going to be just caked in mud tomorrow. He's going to become a Parker County Leash. Or Offaly, or wherever it is this year. Or have half the county come with him. Eddie! Gamer03, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You going Thursday? You're going to be even worse off, Brian. There's supposed to be a storm coming in. I think it's tonight or tomorrow. And considering last year, the half the site flooded and they had to actually close areas of it. And this was on, I think, the Wednesday when I went. They literally had to just block off areas of the site and get tanker trucks in to try and pump the water out. Just seen Dovetail's new game. I do not trust Dovetail. I don't trust Dovetail after Flight Sim World. I paid for it, they did nothing with it, they never finished anything to do with the game, and they've kind of lost my trust. Basically because they screwed me out of good money. Giants I trust. I've not been, I've never felt ripped off by Giants. I sometimes feel like stuff isn't, you know, the best value. When there's a DLC that I just can't figure out ways to use. You know, I don't see that as very good value, but I'll still get them, and I still find ways to use them. But Dovetail, I just 100% do not trust anymore. You've no wellies. Brian, word of advice. If you have hiking boots that are waterproof, you will love them. If you bring them instead of like wellies or something. Can I fit that? No, I can't fit the Fiat in there. We can use the Fiat to bail and see how badly it does. Oh, Farmer Min fan. Still waiting on the map from Giants. Give them time. I think Oxy might still be working on some small bits and pieces. He's working on a full update to go to console, as well as some minor bug fixes for console as well. There's some console specific stuff that needs to be tweaked. And he's decided to just do a full map update while he's uploading the console version anyway, so it's intentionally delayed coming from Oxy just so that he can gather bugs and glitches and problems. How is Dave? Dave is good. Dave has coffee. Will the placeables be fixed? Yes, that's actually a seasons bug, but it's a very weird specific one that Oxy managed to trigger that nobody knew about before. So Oxy's going to remove the trigger for the seasons bug. And that'll fix the placeables issue. Hello, Shane Nagel. Hello, you so. How's Dave? Dave's good. Dave is good. Dave is good. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. We're aiming on 50 likes today, we'll say. And if you're really enjoying it and you haven't done so yet, you can hit the subscribe button as well. And come hang out most days. If you hit the notification bell as well, you'll get notified occasionally when YouTube can be bothered, when I go live or when I put up a new video. And if you want to share it so more people can see, feel free as well. Good thing you don't run seasons. The seasons fix is pretty easy to do. Hey Welch, sorry I didn't reply to your message on Steam last night. I was literally just about to record and you sent it, so kind of ignored it and then forgot. I've only just remembered you sent it. To answer your question, I have no idea where you put up the straw in the cows. There's a Komatsu video today. That's why there was the extra jump cut in this morning's video. Because I realized that I was talking about stuff that I shouldn't be talking about when I was talking about the Komatsu video. We'll go away, so it'll go away within an hour, Tino. Have I seen the Bond car pack for Forza Horizon? No. Any news on machinery that won't be in FS19 that was in FS17? I mean, you could argue the T7. Is the T7 or T6 that they're changing to the newer model? You could argue that, but there's still going to be a T6 and a T7. The rain or your grass? Your grass. Get it wrapped in silage quickly. Get it baled up and wrapped up real quick. What else is it? That probably won't be in 19. I don't think there's anything confirmed not going to be in 19 yet. I mean, in terms of models, the current quad track's going away. They're upgrading the model to something new. Anything that's basically FS15 or before that's in game in FS17 is going away, and they're completely remodeling it. Martinus Mikavicius, I've probably butchered your name, but thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm going to be bailing here in a few minutes. Well, a little while. We'll be doing some today, that's for sure. And then we'll basically be stuck going into autumn, I think. Unless there's some harvesting I can do already. If I can do harvesting now, that'd be awesome. Because that'd kind of kill two birds with one stone. Will the Lambo be, I wonder? That's the question, is like, will the Lamborghinis be in? Will some of the weirder, smaller brands be in? Now I know that, and it was said in the Komatsu video that, and it kind of confirmed what I've been saying for a while, that people, you know, the brands know the farm sim is really good for advertising and for getting their name out there to people. And for basically letting people do free test drives and test runs on their equipment, in a way. So we might expect a few new brands still. Maybe even smaller brands, which would be cool. I did see that, Welsh. I did see you join the Discord. Feel free to chat in there, dude. It's pretty chill 90% of the time, and the other 10% of the time I'm causing trouble. Is Hurleyman still going to be in the game? I don't know. I don't know anything about FS19. I know only the public information. I know only what has been made public by Giants. So, if there's something that's not public, there's no point in asking me because I don't know. After you joined, you went to bed. Fair enough. 14:55 could be gone, maybe? You never know. Do I want to see more compact tractors or Kubotas? Yes. To both, actually. I'd like to see more compact and yard tractors come into the game, because I think that's something that's missing. I feel like that's an area that Giants could move into. Probably with orchard farming would be amazing. And as for Kubota, well, they're one of the biggest brands for those size and style of tractors, so yeah, Kubota would be a really good addition to the game as well. Have I fixed Satan voice yet? Well, if it's happening again, I can fix it real quick. Myself, Sim, and Landy had a long talk about this yesterday. And the two things that we've come up with that could be causing it are the USB port that I'm using or the USB cable that I'm using for my microphone, because it's a data transit issue. Still waiting for the train home. That sucks, Kieran. Hello, Ice Gaming, by the way. So I'm working on getting the demon voice fixed, but I can only fix it when it happens. Or I just broke the mic. No, we actually ruled that out, Adam. We actually ruled that out as a definitive no. It is definitely a data transit issue. Michaela Baylor would be nice. It would, yeah. Hey, Jack. How am I? I am good. How are you doing today, good sir? Off to get dinner. See you, Brian. Enjoy your dinner. Kieran, who was at the ploughing, how was it? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you get to see everything you wanted to see? Did you see anything cool? Was there anything amazing and beautiful there? Let us in on all the juicy details if you're still here, dude. Hey, Irish Steve. If anybody else was at the ploughing today and is just tuning in just after getting back or on their way back and using all of their mobile data to watch the stream, number one, you're insane. Number two, was there anything cool there? I'm curious. Is there anything amazing or cool or stunning at the ploughing? Anything new? Anything unveiled there? Farmboy, could you put... Actually, don't... I was going to say put that in the comments. That's already in the wheel. Oh, why is it YouTube doing this now? I'm getting the video output low thing from YouTube. You're bored to tears? That sucks. Mud, lots of mud. Yeah. If you can hear me, guys, just let me know if you're getting any issues with the stream, because I might need to change some settings. In fact, I'm just gonna tab out here. This is YouTube's end. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such we experience buffering. I'm pushing 5,000 kilobits a second! How are you not getting enough data, YouTube? No buffer? YouTube's saying there's buffering. It's perfect, seems fine, looks fine, fine. Oh, there we go, YouTube's decided, actually no, never mind, there's no problem. YouTube's decided, oh, never mind. Just being drunk for a bit, never mind. Glengarry actually is Europe's largest outdoor event. In terms of pure size, because it's over 700 acres. Might not be the largest in terms of, you know, attendance, but in terms of physical size being spread over, I think it's 700 acres this year. For the entire event, it is the biggest in Europe. Hey, farming boy. GG Ireland for being so into agriculture that the agricultural thing in Ireland is the biggest in Europe. Any wind or rain down my way? Not yet. Well, there's a bit of wind, there's a bit of a breeze coming in, but nothing major yet, but I'm sure that'll come in time and I'll need to close my window. I'd like to change that to 10 hours. I mean, the rule is there now. I'm not gonna tweak it, so I'm just gonna deal with it. And it may be the case that I just start buying extra tractors to get around the rule. It's gotta be boring ploughing 700 acres. Yeah, here's the thing. For those of you that didn't know this, I didn't know this until a couple of years ago. The farm that hosts the ploughing not only gets the fields that host the ploughing ploughed, you know, the actual physical ploughing. But because there's so much damage done to the fields by all the stands being up and all the machinery being there and all this kind of stuff happening and some of the fields being used as car parks and whatnot, the entire farm gets ploughed by is it the Irish Ploughing Federation does it, hosts it? But the entire farm gets ploughed by the organising body every year. How many meters squared are in 700 acres? Let me just look real quick. Acres to square meters, and I'll throw in 700. 2.833 to the 6th power. So, a couple of dozen square kilometers. Special aluminium ramps to protect the land. I mean, they use stuff to try and protect the land as much as they can for the ploughing, but when it's hosted in September in Ireland, there's going to be a lot of rain, and it's going to become a quagmire very quickly. Unfortunately, that land, as it turned out, didn't have quite good enough drainage, as they discovered last year. Farmer must get so much money for hosting the plant. There is like a fee they get paid, yeah, but they also get like all of their fields, I think even harvested for them and then ploughed up again. Possibly even seeded. There was metal plates and plastic plates and all this stuff, but when the amount of rain that fell last year, it just pooled. It just pooled up and the ground just couldn't take it. You ended up caked in mud. I'm so glad I didn't slip last year. Like, it was treacherous in places, and I didn't slip, I didn't fall. I was drenched and freezing, but I didn't slip and I didn't fall. And that's kind of my saving grace from my trip to the ploughing. So all they do is spray the crop and let the host do all the work. I don't know exactly what the deal is that the host farm gets. No, 1 acre is 4,000 meters squared. You can Google it, farm boy. 1 acre is like 4,000 meters squared. All acres are the same size. It's just that they're an old imperial measurement and make no sense to me. Also, like, 20 people just left at the same time. I think YouTube's having a bit of a derp. Ground was horrendous last year and you forgot your ways. I was wearing hiking boots. So, and I'm really glad I did, otherwise I would have ended up with 2 twisted ankles. Heard rumors the next year's ploughing will be near or around South Tip. If that's the case, then I'll probably go, Anto. Probably be easier to go if it's 2021. Yeah, are they not? Yeah, are they? They're not. They're staying in the same place until 2021, and then they're looking for a new host. I think that's the way the ploughing's working now, at least. I think it's like a 3-year cycle, so it'll be there for a few years. Hey, Matt! How you doing today, dude? Trying to get the World Ploughing Championships. Honestly, this might sound weird. I would actually argue that the National Ploughing Championships is a higher honour to host than the World Ploughing Championships. Is there a stand where they play Farm Sim? No, and I'm kind of surprised. There's a part of me that wants to email Giants and say, dude, you should like try and get a stand at the National Ploughing Championships in Ireland and get some like people to host it or something. You don't necessarily need to go, but it'd be cool if you had a stand and stuff. Traff Crashington is back. Welcome back, Traff. Brian Baru is also back. Welcome back, Brian. Bit of a quiet stream today. Only 70 odd people in. A bit quieter than it's been recently. I'm guessing there's a few people gone to the ploughing. They could go to the world one, maybe. I know that the national champion goes to the world championships, but good luck with the stream. Farm boy, I stream every day. I don't. Thanks, Matt. What do I think is the most beautiful county in the UK? See, I haven't been around much of the UK, but the one that I've enjoyed being in the most was whatever county Stranraer is in, like Stranraer, Gretna, that area is beautiful. Giants might consider going to the World one. They might. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to, is tempted to email them about it, but there's another part of me that's like, they're kind of busy at the moment. Maybe I'll email them after the release of 19 and they've done all the promo stuff. Cumbria, no, it's north of Cumbria. Cumbria is the next county down. Is it Strathclyde? I've been to Wales, I've been to Scotland, but I haven't really spent much time in them. Wales, I only really went to Oakwood. Scotland was only really something that I passed through and stopped off in Gretna for some food. Or Stranraer for some food. One Boss CZ, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, Cumbria's just below Scotland, Matt, so I think it might be Strathclyde. You have to go to football training. See you, Dylan. Got some biscuits, don't let Sim see them. Don't let Simulate see your biscuits, Adam. He'll try and steal them. Dumfries and Callaway, thank you, Ernie. Yes, that's it. Why did I think Strathclyde? That said, in the UK I've spent most of my time in Tyne and Weir, so a small bit of time in Durham as well. Thought you investigated biscuit theft. Did it ever occur to you that he's never found a thief? Just saying. Just saying, it seems a bit suspicious. And he always seems to have bourbon biscuits. Or bourbon biscuits, whichever one you prefer to pronounce it as. It's a slight bit suspicious, do you not think, that he's a biscuit theft investigator, yet he always has biscuits. Northern Ireland's the best. Northern Ireland's pretty nice when it's not blowing itself up. Hey, Rain. You Google it, please, Glengar, because I want to know myself. Do I think people believe Sim? Adam, considering people believed me when I said Daggerwin's real name was Dagger Winnington, then yes. Yes, people believe Sim. Somebody says something in a convincing way, they will be believed, regardless of how stupid it is. Thanks for what, and I. Quite it seems Atlantic, doesn't it? Like, it's still a good stream, but it's kind of been up and down a lot. The first person who got your name right, yes! Victory for me. So for those of you who wanted the Fiat, we have it on the beta. And it's doing actually surprisingly well. This Fiat is a little powerhouse, as it turns out. You don't give your opinion on that. I mean, Northern Ireland is beautiful. I've been there plenty of times. It's got some beautiful parks. Beautiful beaches as well. Just beautiful areas. Unfortunately, its past isn't the greatest, but meh. Belfast in particular is like really nice. I've only really been to the port area of Belfast, but it is quite nice. Looks like both of us are doing something similar. Yeah, Seasons kind of shoehorns you into doing similar stuff a lot. Mind you, I'm hoping on getting some harvesting done today as well, if I can check real quick. Growth. I can... theoretically, I can do some harvesting today. So I might get the combine out. How powerful is she? She is... come on. There she is. 162 horse. It's not a slouch. This is a 11090 turbo, by the way. Northern Ireland isn't that beautiful. What's the name of the park? Is it Castlewellan? County Down? Beautiful park. Beautiful bit of parkland there. See you, Andy. This year's just nationals, yeah. Well, the Worlds would surely have to be on after the nationals, wouldn't they? Like as a kind of a logical extension. Castle Ward. Aha, Foxtrot. Yes, Castlewellan. It's near, not too far from Newcastle, isn't it? See, and I know some stuff. I know some things occasionally. Am I out of coffee? Oh, I'm out of coffee. Derry's nice. I've only ever passed through Derry. About a mile or two, yeah. Because there's another quite nice park in Newcastle. With a big ass lake in it. Or am I getting them backwards? Yours in Russia, yours in Germany. Fair enough. You have to go milking Syrian. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to like. Like, comment, and subscribe. I am YouTube Shill, number 672,576. Someone with the lake and the big country house. I know about the lake, I don't know about the country house. I didn't see a country house when I was there, but I might have just missed it. And it has been like... God, 11, 12 years since I was there. Vlogs Og Gaming. It was apparently a caveman. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay, or og 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 og. Like, and country house, okay. You must not have seen the country house or just not remembered it. I'd presume it's an old Tudor manor house. So, I haven't asked this question yet, so I might as well. What did you guys think of the span a load of trees? That's probably why I didn't see it. Tollymore is just a forest. Might have been Tollymore I was in. I was in both. I was in like one... well, two different kind of areas anyway, for sure. I mean, Morn Park. See, I don't know which one I was in. I was in Castlewellan for sure, and there was another one that we went to. Castlewellan, I think I stayed in overnight. And then we went to a separate campground for a competition, because it was in Scouts and for a competition. I can't remember which one was which. I just know that Castlewellan was one of them. And I know the lake we went to was in Castlewellan. And Foxtrot, we didn't go to the town at all. We just went to the park. So it was for scouts. So we kind of focused on what we needed to focus on. Especially seeing as it was for a competition, we were kind of laser focused for that. Enjoying ourselves, but laser focused on what we needed to get done. So how did you guys think of the Komatsu video that Giants put out today? I know I didn't put it up on my channel. But what did you guys think? Hello, Piotrek. How are you doing today? You able to keep watching? You got your brother to go milking instead? Fair enough, Rian. What do you guys think of the Komatsu video that went out today? Hello, Matrix. Because I watched it yesterday. Actually, I watched it. And I thought it was very interesting. Very interesting to see like the comparison of the real world stuff and the in-game stuff. And it did kind of, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it did kind of confirm that we're also getting a loader as well to either replace or join the what's it called? I'm terrible at remembering the Farsi stuff because I never use it. The Ponce Buffalo. So we're getting something to join or replace the Scorpion King, something to join or replace the Buffalo from Komatsu. I was really nice seeing kind of the in-game stuff and the real-life stuff, and sometimes I got confused between the two. I couldn't quite tell them apart at some points. 55 likes, well let's aim for 100 then. Why the hell not? Got 78 people in here, guys. Let's get a like spike going. Just for funsies. You prefer Digger? I don't see how that'd fit into Farm Sim, Traff. As much as I like Diggers, I don't see how they'd fit into Farm Sim. A lot of modders that approach them, yeah, and their own customers. I mean, that section of the video just backed up what I was saying about a lot of brands want to go into Farm Sim because they know that it's kind of cynically really good for advertising. Do I farm in real life? No. Ditching maybe. There's no dynamic terrain though, so it wouldn't work Foxtrot. And Traff. You'd have to have dynamic terrain to have diggers working in Farm Sim. The only use that I'd have for them would be the BGA, and then why not use a wheel loader? Like a Mini X or something like smaller than a big industrial digger, yeah, I could see that working on a manure pit maybe. But it'd be one of those manure pits that are belt fed from like a collection thingy. You have to get on to Mikhail. Do it, Glengar. I honestly though, I'd be surprised if they haven't approached Giants, because I think it was said in the video, it was either said in the video or I've heard it somewhere that a lot of smaller brands have been approaching Giants recently, asking to be in the game. Just straight up asking to be in the game, no cost, because like Star is one of them. Star, they came in with the Platinum DLC. They just went up to Giants and said, hey, we want to be in your game, we'll give you the license completely for free. Just have the license, we want to be in the game. And I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot of small brands are doing that. The big question is whether the small brand is being accepted or not, because Giants kind of want to, in a way, limit how much is in the game so that it's not overbearing for players on day one. And they might bring out a huge small brand DLC at some point, you never know. Yeah, Sim. I don't even know about the copyright-free music, but it is fair game to put it up. That's why I had it yesterday. Giants, it was sent to me by Giants. If I wanted to put it up, and I had to look through it and kind of decide whether or not I wanted to put it up, and I felt like there was no need to, because like if I put it up, I'd want to talk about it myself, and there was nothing really to talk about. The video spoke for itself quite well. So if you're wondering why it's not on my channel, it's because I couldn't analyze it. I want to analyze stuff that comes out for FS19, and I will do the 3 fact sheets that I missed on Friday. So I'll do a bit of a longer video on Friday with the fact sheets, covering the ones that I've missed and the ones that come out on Friday. So I'll have everything covered then. I have a message. That's nothing important, at least. All 4 etc. is looking fab in 19th. Shame you won't be able to play. I mean, you'll be able to play once your A levels are done, or your O levels, or whatever it is. Traff, yes. We're back. Alright, enjoy whatever it is you're gonna go do. Be back. Take your time, don't rush yourself. Do I think there'll be smaller John Deeres in 19? Yes. There'll be more than just the 8R. The 8R has just been pushed so hard because it's, I think, the flagship John Deere are going with for the game. The canopy thing. Dude, figure that out, search out for yourself. It's a tarpaulin cover. Figure it out. Michael belongs here. Thank you, Michael, for the €1.13. I don't think he left a comment. Have we missed anything? Red Bull RB12. Just some mowing, some tedding, some windrowing, and now a bit of baling. We're on 60 likes. Let's keep that number going up, guys. You guys are doing amazing today. You guys are always amazing, but you're particularly amazing today. Hope they got a John Deere with between 100 and 125 for smaller maps. Maybe. I don't know, Giants seem to be going more in the direction of bigger tractors, which irks me because I like smaller stuff. It's kind of annoying that all the stuff that's been kind of announced and unveiled so far has been quite big. There's been nothing on the smaller end of the scale, so I'd like to see stuff on that end. Got a feed tractor at your farm, very nice. RB12, what year was that? Was that 2017's Red Bull? Or is it this year's? Or was it the one of Vettel's winning Red Bulls? Separating the store menu to 3... Yeah, they are separating the store menu. That is a good idea, because it's a bit... It kind of hints that they're going to have a buttload of tractors if they're splitting the store. But it's always kind of annoyed me that the Giants have so much big stuff and so little on the smaller end of things. And with the size of equipment, you kind of want to go more towards the big end of things, just by default. That's kind of a downside of the game for me, because I like using the equipment that I'm using on here. This is kind of my happy zone. I love the tractors and stuff that I'm using here. And it's in my eyes a bit of a shame that you can't really do this by default. Hello, Carl Hendrick. Was Rusty 4 public or not? Semi-public, Tino. It's on Landy's mod list. It should be. Maybe this one, yeah, they're showing off the bigger stuff first, which is fair enough because I know a lot of farm sim players just want to use the biggest stuff possible. So it makes sense Giants are showing off the bigger stuff. It's just annoying for me personally that it's all bigger stuff and there's no small stuff being shown off yet. And that's the stuff that I'll be the most interested in is, well, what'll be 2 years ago. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you want it and you can't find it, Tino, annoy Pedro. He'll probably give it to you. And seeing as it's you, you might actually get away with that. All the PNG files are wrapped up. Yeah. Michael, Pedro likes Tino. Pedro gets along with Tino. So Tino might be able to get away with it. It's not advice that I'd give anybody. Hey, Via. Where in Ireland am I from? County Tipperary. You already asked? Sweet. I'll shout at Pedro after the stream and get him to send it you. Or I can look up my share mods thingy. It's on Landy's mod list. Oh, go to Landy's mod list, Tino. It's on there. You're German to watch me. Dankeschön. Neo. Hope you're enjoying. Need to refill this thing. Where did I put my spare? Where did I put it? I swear I put it on my desk. Did it fall off or... Oh, it's in my pocket. English only. I'm allowed to speak German. To be fair, Farming Boy, usually my German is limited to, could you please speak English? So usually when you hear me suddenly switch to German, it's yeah, 40er is the correct one, or 40er. I overshot just a small bit. That can go in there. This can come out. We'll do a small bit of harvesting, so we get a nice little variety of things happening in the stream today. Apparently we're bringing the combine with us. There we go. Speed is a bit more powerful than I thought. So much space at this farm? Only if you're not trying to maneuver stuff around. It's my favorite tractor in the game by default. Probably one of the Challengers. I think they're a really nice balance of huge and powerful, but like still feeling small. Let's get the combine out of here as well. Compared to the pig yard. Oh yeah, compared to the pig... Funnily enough, the pig yard has about the same amount of room in the middle. It's just that there's more storage in this yard. Because the MT900 with triples can fit through both yards. This I have verified. I've done experimentation by request of OxygenDavid. What figure is that? That is the 11090. It's on LS Fin and probably a few other mod sites as well. Daggerwin or PewDiePie? Neither. Well, Daggerwin, because I actually enjoy his streams. But to watch like videos of, neither. I don't generally watch farm sim videos unless there's something super interesting happening. Or there's like something hilarious that happened and somebody sends me a clip. Or sends me a timestamp at least. And PewDiePie I just don't like. Don't like his his YouTube persona. He's caused so many bloody problems for YouTube and for YouTubers that I just can't find it in me to respect him anymore. Yeah, half the problems that are with YouTube now are because of PewDiePie and Logan Paul, so I don't exactly have a lot of time for either of them. There we go. Drop some straw because we need to get some straw. Hey, SFTN. How you doing today? Bit of a quieter stream today from what it has been, what it was last week for sure. What has PewDiePie done wrong? So much. So much. Hey, welcome back, Footy. You have about 5 minutes to watch on your lunch. What has he done right? Well, he's become the biggest YouTuber, and you don't quite get there with, you know, doing everything wrong. Unfortunately, he's kind of abused that position. Anyone seen Mark Dupont? He's working at the moment, SS. He's super busy with work. A lot of his stuff taken out of context. In context or out of context, he shouldn't have done it. Like, the jokes that he made that were taken out of context shouldn't have been made in the first place. And some of the stuff that he's done and said, there is zero excuse for. It's Glengar's internet. Could somebody let him know it's his internet, most likely? Hey, Eddie Boo. Logan Paul, on the other hand, yeah, if you get banned from an entire country, there's an issue. I mean, Logan Paul's literally banned from Japan after what he did. But they're both scared off advertisers, and that's all I care about, because it's impacted the bottom line of literally every YouTuber other than them. And it's because of them that we've had to deal with the bloody apocalypse and the demonetization bot. You're on the K side about him. I thought he was fighting Jake Paul. Fortnite if Fortnite was a person. Wow. Logan and KSI. Okay. That was a bit of a desperate move to try and get views, wasn't it? Ooh, this thing's actually managed to get up to 100%. Wow, okay. I apparently need to be a bit careful while harvesting here, because I might clog up the header. See you, simulator. Yeah, the Hatchet Job articles existed because he made those jokes that he shouldn't have made. I mean, I know he was being edgy, but there comes a point where you gotta stop being an edgy twit and learn to be an adult. And he never learned that until he started the apocalypse. Until those Hatchet Job articles came out. Which I agree, there were Hatchet Jobs, but he left himself open for it. He should have known better. Can I use a forager on the swathes of straw? Like a forage harvester, it doesn't work in Farm Sim. I have tried that. It used to be a thing that you could do, but Giants removed that ability. Mainly because it was being used by everybody's cheap extra silage. I also forgot this feat just can't deal with the brown. Hey, and I'm Farmer. Forgot the feed just can't deal with the brown very well. I haven't reduced the mass of the brown just yet, so I'm gonna use the John Deere on it, so green on green for a bit. There's a script that allows it? Oh, okay. Hey, Sean. Yeah, Google at times you can't find it. Traff, it's Photoshop for a reason. You gotta Photoshop stuff sometimes. We need an FS19, it's realistic for real life. Farm Sim isn't a full-on simulator, Red Bull. Some people get really offended when I say this, but Giants will say this themselves. Farm Sim isn't a simulator, it's not intended as a full-on simulator. Wow, that's janky. Farm Sim is intentionally arcadey. Because people don't want a full-on farming simulator. People want an arcadey game. They want a Simcade farm game because they don't want to be forced to use realistic equipment all the time. They want to have a bit of fun. Hey James, you had the plan today, Sean. Was there anything cool there? You have to kind of force yourself into playing realistically. The easiest way to play Farm Sim is to just not give a damn and do what you want, which is probably the most fun way to play it as well. But it's not. It's not a realistic simulator. By any means. An old Massey. What model, Sean? But it says simulator in the name. I know, and Goat Simulator says simulator in the name, but it's not a realistic representation of being a goat. What do I think of this map? It's my favorite for FS17. It's just the best, in my opinion. I think Oxy's really showing off with this map in particular, with Shamrock, everything he's learned over the past 4 years of his modding. You know, he's come so far since Chellington, and this is kind of his, this is what I can do now map. Oakfield was to a certain extent the same thing, but this is kind of a step up from even Oakfield. Hey Murphy. See you, SFTN. I'll catch you on TeamSpeak later if you're on, dude. One comical thing that FarmSim does is it restricts some equipment not enough. Like, you'd never actually harvest at 6 miles an hour, not barley or wheat anyway. But then you would never spray as slowly as 11. So it's kind of a weird mix-up of stuff going too quickly and too slowly. You like the John Deeres? I'm not a big John Deere fan, but I'll be very honest. I'm not the biggest fan of John Deeres, and it's very hard for me to find a John Deere mod that I like. Am I going to the ploughing? No, not this year. I wouldn't have a lift up. Hey, Bucko. Will best be beneath PFS UK only now? I believe that's the plan, Adam. Dusty's kind of realising that it's a bit late to be sending something new to Giants, and FSUK testing he knows enough testers to get it tested fairly quickly. Pass or fail, it'll get tested quickly and he'll get results fairly sharpish, so the system isn't rigged in his favour, it's just rigged so that he gets stuff tested faster. I should say as well that Meadow Grove has been through FSUK testing again. It has failed on something small. Nathan knows exactly what the problem is and how to fix it, and if I've been interested in that, it is going to be fixed fairly soon. When you got to the ploughing car park, you had to take a bus 10 miles to get to the ploughing. When I was there last year, I literally left the car park and I was at the entrance. Hey Crumble, welcome back. Miss anything good? You missed some hay baling. How long is the string gonna last? About another 10 or 15 minutes, Red Bull. Just gonna go until Landy goes live and then I'll finish it up. Yeah, Giants have done a fantastic job with the forest. I want to see that in a bit more detail. I want to see kind of a video just on the forest of FS19. Because I think you could do some fun stuff in there, other than forestry. Hey Chris, how are you now? Traffic's so heavy in town with the ploughing. I can imagine. Is he not exhibiting this year? Yeah, no, he's not. There's a lot going on where he's working at the moment, and there's people kind of out sick and dealing with stuff, and they figured it was worth taking a year off just to kind of evaluate the value of the ploughing on a, like, how much will it affect the bottom line at the end of the year by not going, and they'll make a decision for next year based on that, I think. I did as well, VF. I couldn't tell the difference at some points. Like, Giants did a fantastic job with everything for FS19. I actually ended up looking for references that could hint of the following exhibit. Building materials. I'm not going to go too in depth, but building materials. What other county plates can you get on this? You can get Tipperary and I think Kildare. Let me just check. Where is it? So you can get No Reg, Tip Reg, Kildare Reg, UK Reg, France Reg, Netherlands Reg, German Reg, or No Reg. So yeah, Tip and Kildare are the Irish Regs you can get. I've gone for a Super Edge for reasons that should be obvious. Thought my dad made sheds. No. He was near the shed exhibitors last year, but he doesn't make sheds. What's the big thing going to be for FS21? Orchard farming? I'm going to keep saying that until it's true. If I say it enough, it'll eventually be correct. I really want to see orchard farming in the game. Like, that'd be awesome. Class. From what I've heard, Jag, class is a while off yet. There's some stuff that class themselves aren't happy with about Farm Sim, and Giants are working on getting some sort of resolution in place. Without going into the exact details of it. Crumble, I would wager it's going to be a new style of farming being available. It never does limited plates. I'm sure if you asked him, Adam, he could probably add them in. Now, of course, VF, you know the full story. Well, you know the story I do. And the fact could be that that could be, not necessarily a lie, but misdirection. Might be a misdirection. They did that with John Deere. So the story may have some elements of truth in it, but I don't know. I'm kind of willing to believe it, but not 100%. Hey Bethard, it's been a while since we've seen you around. Happy Farmer, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse, hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet that John Deere came in because their exclusivity contract with the mobile developer ended, and they jumped. Kubota would actually be brilliant, Crumble. Like, in all honesty, they've got some fantastic smaller tractors, and I'd love to see them in the game. They'd suit orchard farming particularly well. I'm pushing that very hard. Really hope there's a Fendt Katana. That'd be quite nice, actually, Crumble, yeah. Kind of surprised that there isn't one as is, but I guess... The other day you found it. I keep things secret, but you can find a lot of my stuff fairly easily, Traff. You'll make me an orchard mod. See, I'm picky with my orchard mods, because they have to work a certain way, because there was one in FS15 that was fantastic and I loved. It was made very clear to you, VF, but I'm still kind of suspicious that that may have been misdirection. Like, I trust Giants and I believe what they say, but there's always going to be kind of a healthy bit of cynicism that maybe they're saying this because it's what suits them the best at the time, because they don't want news leaking or something. Or they don't even want rumors to get started on certain things. What is Fendt Katana? It is a forage harvester, Adam. It's Fendt's flagship forage harvester. Let's get in the correct door here. Yeah, the John Deere was very much open to interpretation, but the class reason was just given as far as I'm aware, to you and Sim. Which meant they didn't necessarily need to come up with a true story, they just needed to come up with a story. And of course, as Ernie's just said, they need to keep their big stuff secret. You know, class would be a major deal. Especially with Christian's vendetta against cattle and crops. For those of you that don't know, Christian Aman, the CEO of Giants, the head honcho over at Giants, has a vendetta against cattle and crops. He is not impressed with that game one bit, and he's pretty much all out to kill them. Which is why FS19 has gone so far with the new features and new amazing things that they're putting in. He's unleashed the dev team to just throw stuff in. It's a big word for me. Bucko, you realize that, like, I intentionally use smaller words when I'm streaming usually? Granted, I tend to forget a lot of words, but my point stands. Considering I forgot fermenting today. You like the bird in the bottom corner? It's the unofficial channel mascot. I am posh. I am indeed posh. And broke. I should probably be wearing my glasses, but I'm not. Is the trailer full? Reverse lights look a bit off. No, they're about right. I'd argue the brake lights are maybe a bit off. Ooh, you can feel the weight of the trailer now. This is a thick boy. This is a very thick trailer. Oh boy. Oh boy, downhill with a heavy trailer. This is not going to end well. Into the yard. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Hey! Where to get this trailer CD, the 4D modding Facebook page. How do you find seasons? It's on the Giants mod hub. That's a really interesting... Apparently the grain's packed in so tight that it takes the shape of the inside of the trailer. It's a case, Traff, of my room is kind of in the process of being tidied. And I'm doing like bits every day. So my wheel's kind of buried under some stuff right now. Yeah, it's the limitation of fill volumes. That's a fun little game problem that you can have, because otherwise the fill volume would be in a really weird place at the back of the trailer. But that's just plain funny. You get why that happens, is funny. It's more no time. I know where it is. Like, it's under my desk, but it's just getting it set up for a 2-hour stream when I've got like less than 10 minutes to do it, or as little time as possible to do it. Not really worth the time. Hey, MF135 man. Where's the trailer from? 4D modding on Facebook, Fergal. Try getting out of bed sooner. Easier said than done when I'm warm and comfortable in bed, Crumble. I have a big problem. When I'm warm and comfortable, I don't want to move ever. But yes, I do need to start getting out of bed at reasonable times. I need to start going to bed at reasonable times too, and that might be really easy today, seeing as I'm quite tired. Needs must, yeah. Considering I actually need to run to the bank to get something, or to do something down at the bank, I actually need to get up early at some point this week to get that done, so... I do have stuff going on. Landy is live. Thank you, Chris. And I got an email from Twitch just letting me know as well. So I'm gonna leave the stream here. We'll finish the harvest in tomorrow's video with a new rule in place, which hopefully won't be too easy. Well, how do I find playing seasons on the game? Different. It's very different because you got to think of the game differently. You got to kind of have a long-term plan and know at the beginning of the season cycle what you want to do for the year in seasons. So you got to kind of have a long-term plan as you're playing through seasons. It's not just, oh, I want to do this today, so I'll do it today. It also dictates what you do and when. And the fact that I can harvest right now is really nice. That's kind of an added bonus. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll finish the harvest and do a bit more harvesting in tomorrow's video with a new rule in place, which hopefully isn't going to be too evil. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye. I pressed the wrong button. Goodbye.